Hello everyone and welcome to our new episode of the Expat Career and Lifestyle podcast. This is Dominika, your host, and today I am coming to you with a special guest, Ildiko Szabo. She has lived in 8 different countries, mostly as a single woman, and has learned 4 languages. She has mastered many professions and worked in many places. Ildiko supports women to prioritize themselves, teaches them to be their own best friend, have a deeper understanding of their life, build self-love and self-compassion, as well as overcome limiting beliefs. She is an online coach, and in the last 20 years, she has mastered several methods, techniques, and therapies to bring you closer to your true self. Today, she lives in Panama, in the jungle, close to the nature and wildlife, where she continues to develop herself and her coaching business. So welcome, Ildiko. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Oh, thank you so much, Dominika, for having me.
Great. So today we are going to speak about how to integrate healing practices into your life, no matter where you are or where you live. But first of all, tell us a little bit about your own international experience, because I know that you are from Hungary and that you have lived in 8 different countries. So tell us more about that and what are you doing?
Well, I'm supporting beautiful souls on their journey to understand their life better, uh, to make them aware of their talents and knowledge, like, for example, communication or knowledge, have a deeper understanding on their reoccurring situations in life. We all get that, and we are just asking the question, why is this happening to me again? So let's say somebody has a knowledge of intuition, but not using it, or another person cannot forgive for 2 lives already. So we are working on solutions, tips and tools, how you can actually make it work. I'm doing readings about people's lives, and then we find solutions together. So my international career, it's actually a funny story. You can say it started at the age of 5, because I was so lucky that we have family in the United States. So at the age of 5, my family traveled to the USA to visit other family members. And I actually do have a picture on the top of Empire State Building with King Kong.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a beautiful beginning. But after the 8th grade in Hungary, my uncle invited me for a whole school year. So at the age of 15, I jumped on a plane, I went to America, and I actually went to school right away with very little English knowledge. So at that age, I had to learn to adapt already to a new culture, new situations. And I think I did very well. I liked it so much that right after graduation from the high school in Hungary, I went back to the USA. Before that, I got myself a job in Camp America in California, worked at the summer camp, and then traveled America. And then I just continued going to other places. I lived in Greece, Amsterdam, Austria, Germany, mostly catering. I lived in New Zealand for a while, and now we just relocated to Panama, which is a really big challenge. But I really had to ask myself, what is the quality of life for me? And for me, the most energy I get is from nature, and I love the sun. So I actually wanted to live in a place where I get all this and beautiful air. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. So you are like creating your you are like fulfilling your life vision. You are living your life vision. And congratulations on your international journey. It's a beautiful journey that you have done and lived. So like looking back or even like looking at the present situation. So what was like your biggest challenge, or maybe like an obstacle or a learning point for you while like moving and living abroad? And how did you overcome it?
Well, as I said, it's to most of the places I went alone.
Mm-hmm.
And you really have to start from scratch. You don't have a support system, it's probably difficult for everybody. And you have to find people to hang out with, build up new relationships. But I really encourage everybody, just start doing the things you like doing, and you are going to meet the like-minded people. I tell you a story. I was working in Austria, and then I heard that Lenny Kravitz is coming to a concert, and since I really like his music and I couldn't believe that he's going to be 200 kilometers away, I bought the ticket right away. I popped on the train alone. I went to that concert alone.
Mm-hmm.
And on that train journey, I met my friend Cornelia.
Mm-hmm.
We are still in contact. And this is when you open up a little, you really meet people, talk to strangers. Why not? Well, of course, we all have that thing. I had that as well, that the circumstances are just not right when you arrive to a foreign country and the job does not work out. So what I did, I tried to have a conversation if we can change anything. And when we couldn't, it happened as well. Then you just have to go out there and you have to be creative and you have to find a new job. And it's all possible to do. You just have to have the willingness and openness and the courage to go for it.
Yeah, so it's like about going out of your comfort zone and taking those steps and actions, like acting and looking for spotting opportunities, like you did. You went for a concert and then you met your friends. So yeah, so it's a great example, yeah, of taking actions and overcoming like loneliness or as isolation as an expat.
Yes, and also the other thing, it's like, don't be afraid to spend a little time with yourself, get to know yourself, because the bottom line is one of the most important things. I think you have to find the things that work for you, that you are aligned with, you like doing. So for example, if you have always gone to the gym, yeah, then find a gym in the foreign country and start doing the things you like to do. If you like going for walks, then start going to walks, and don't be afraid, talk to people, and you will be surprised.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think yeah. Also, like spending a little bit of time with yourself is very important. Yeah, because we can learn a lot about ourselves while having this time to spend. Yes. So, like, how your passion for self-care, well-being, and healing started, and also for coaching. How did you discover this passion?
I started asking myself the question, who do I spend the most time with in my life? And actually the answer is, we spend the most time with ourselves. And I started watching myself from the outside, and I realized that many times we do much more for other people other than for ourselves. For example, if somebody's coming to you, you really make them, let's say somebody's coming for dinner, you make the table really nice, you're cooking something extra, you dress up, you put flowers on the tables, candles on the tables. And why wouldn't you do all this for yourself? And I started implementing these things, what I would do for other people, but for example, I didn't do myself, and I started checking in more. I started to look at my body, asking my body, what kind of materials do you want to use? And I really started looking for 100% cotton. I looked at what kind of pillow I'm using, what kind of bed mattress we have. So my motto is, in a way, it's being in comfort with ourselves, healthy, and have fun in life. And then things started to change. I mean, why wouldn't we cook a beautiful, nourishing meal just for ourselves? Maybe even take out the china we haven't used for a long time, because we only take it out on big occasions or family reunions, and putting up a candle. I light a candle every night because I love that energy. And I buy or pick my flowers. I love the violet flowers every week on my table, and because it makes me feel good. And this is, I feel like I'm dating myself. So this is how it all started, and I keep on doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so like, because probably as an expat, you know that as an international woman, that sometimes it's difficult to find the time, especially when you are, like, for example, relocating, you are moving, or you are relocating the whole family. Then you have to adapt to a new country, find schools for your children, so take care of everything. So how we can find the time, even as a single woman, it can be sometimes it can be challenging to implement those self-care and also like healing techniques into our schedule, into our daily routine.
Yes, you're right about that, but I think you have to block time for yourself. I know it's sometimes difficult, but it doesn't have to be a lot of time. Well, I'm going to share a couple of practices you can implement. I mean, let's say you are at least 10-15 minutes in front of the mirror while you are brushing your teeth, combing your hair, or getting ready for bed, or getting ready in the morning. Even then, you can connect with yourself. You can connect with yourself in the mirror. You start looking at yourself, getting to know yourself better, asking the questions, what do I like about me? Do I like my eyes, my mouth, my arms? And then just focus on these things. You can put little stickers on your mirror. You can be your biggest cheerleader, actually. That affirmations that I'm doing good. I always find a solution. Decision making, for example, it's sometimes we are rushed to make decisions, and I know it for myself. I'm a slower person, and I need to take time for that. So with bigger decisions, I always say, I need to think about it. Let me think about it. I'll get back to you. So this way I don't rush myself. Under the shower, that's our time as well. Before we go to bed, I always do this as well. If I'm looking for some solution, I keep asking questions. What is the best solution for this problem? I also do this, like even your logons or passwords, they can be affirmations. You can say, I love you, or I like you. I use this, I love you, Ildiko, for a password. Keep on practicing it. And the time is now. I mean, don't wait with things. But of course, I know if there is a family and kids are involved, maybe you get up 10 minutes earlier before the family and you have a little time to meditate. Or you just tell everybody that now I'm not available for 15 minutes and you just go for a walk. Even these little tiny things, because they don't take up a lot of time, I think they really help you in your daily routine. I like visualization as well. Let's say it's at some point in my life, I was working at an IT help desk with hundreds of other people in one office, and we all had a little desk. And I really love nature, I love oceans, and I put up all these pictures and images I liked while I was working. And now I'm actually living it. So these things, I don't think they take a lot of time. You just have to find a way to implement it, what works for you. And the other thing is healthy boundaries. I think that's really important, because we intend to please others, not ourselves, and prioritize others. But you really need to take the time to, maybe if you just watch a movie, you have to find your own thing and take the time.
Yeah, so it's like not about like it doesn't have to take like hours to
No.
yeah. This is the most important thing, because sometimes people, they think that, oh, I don't have time for meditation. I have to meditate for 1 hour or half an hour, and I don't have the time for that. But as you said, you can do those things while, for example, showering, yeah, or before going to sleep. And I like the example with the password. This is a great example how you can create an affirmation for yourself, and every time when you log into your email box,
Yes.
yeah, you are doing something for yourself. So it doesn't take like a lot of time to do those simple things to help
These
us.
are extremely simple things, and people really think that it has to be 2 hours or whatever. No, it's not. And the other thing I recommend is, I did this for a while. I learned that from Terry Cole, that you actually put a timer on your cell phone, and it beeps every 3 to 4 hours, and you give yourself 5 minutes just to breathe in and breathe out and check in with myself. Check in with yourself. What do I need? Am I thirsty? Am I hungry? All these little things. Just be present. What's going on with me? Because I know how crazy it can be. I know that sometimes you really have to do a lot of working hours. What I actually do when I'm extremely burnout, I take off a half a day. I still know I have work piled up, but it's not going to get better from that if we work tired, because I know if I take off a couple of hours and, for example, just go outside, walk on the grass or on the stones, or just looking at the beautiful sunset, I get so much energy from that after that I can work for another couple of hours.
Yes, exactly. This is the same for me. For example, when I am like tired, so I can be like irritated, or I can be angry with other people. So, for example, when I start to do that, I know that it's time for me to stop and to go for a walk, or to take, like you said, half a day off and do something for myself. So it's all about, I think, also like listening to yourself and knowing yourself, and noticing this simple signs that can help you to like take care of yourself more.
Yes, exactly. You need to start connecting for yourself. What are your needs? What are the things that work for you? And when you actually start doing those things and start implementing them in your life on a daily basis, you will feel the shift.
Yeah. So it's also like connecting with your intuition.
Yes.
Yeah, and listening to yourself. Yeah, listening to yourself more. Great, fantastic. So thank you very much for sharing your experience with us, and all those fantastic tips that we can implement. So I am inviting all of listeners to choose one technique, one simple thing that you can do for yourself. As Ildiko said, it doesn't have to be 1 hour. It can be 2 minutes, 5 minutes. minutes and start implementing it during the next week. And so Ildiko, tell us more where we can find information about you. And I know that you are launching a new fantastic project which can help us all with even more when it comes to healing and self-love and taking care of ourselves. So tell us more about that.
Yes, it's well, my website is datingyourself.com, but you're going to have the link, and you're going to have the summit link on the page as well. The summit is launching October 15, where 21 experts are sharing their tips and tools you can start using on a daily basis to connect to yourself on a deeper level. So the summit is dating yourself, tune in how to find your true essence, treasure the time with yourself, learn self-compassion, and live a playful life now. And I connected with energy healers, business coaches, health coaches, and mind coaches to help you on your beautiful journey. I think it's going to be an excellent summit with a lot of valuable information for you. And I want to share one more thing. It's start believing that you actually have the key to your life, because we all have that. So don't wait for the outside, start working from the inside. Little steps, little baby steps on a daily basis. Work with yourself.
Fantastic, fantastic. So thank you very much for sharing that. So I will put all the links to your website and also to the summit, dating yourself with the show notes. So you can go and check it and also sign up for the summit. And I am also one of the guests. So
of course you are.
So you have another reason to be on the summit. So thank you very much, Ildiko, for this beautiful interview. And
Thank you, Dominika, for having me.
And it was great to connect with you. So thank you very much for listening. So go and start implementing those simple techniques in your life. And let us know what are your thoughts, what are your learning points from this interview. Share in the comments, and I will be back soon with another fantastic episode. So take care of yourself.
Bye.
Bye.